Oak Harbor, Washington, my boring hometown, by Cole Mumford. Oak Harbor is a city in the state of Washington, but you would not get the feeling that it has a city by living here. Yours has always felt much closer to being a small town, from my experiences here, rather than being a city. This is a map I've made of Oak Harbor, Washington, and I'd like to get an idea of what it is like. So let's talk about Oak Harbor. Oak Harbor is named after the Gary oak tree, the only white oak tree being native to western Washington, and known for its resilience. However, ironically, due to the population of Oak Harbor, the population of Gary oak trees has been in decline. Their most famous trait is the Septon Pass Bridge, built in 1935, and it's the only bridge to Whidbey Island. So if you want to get off the island, that's your only hope. So you better not be afraid of heights. And it has a ton of traffic because of this. Oak Harbor was founded by American settlers and Irish farmers in the 1850s. Eased in by an influx of Dutch farmers in the 1890s. These on Chinese immigrants in the 1880s and 1890s who made up a large portion of the workforce on farms, industrial operations, and in towns, giving Oak Harbor agricultural roots. But today Oak Harbor is ultimately a military town, at least from my experience. Which started in January 1941 when the U.S. Navy began to search for a base to rearm and refuel while Catalina flying boats. Because Oak Harbor is a military town, there's generally not a whole lot of stuff for kids or teenagers to do for fun. And I know that from experiences. But there are some things in Oak Harbor that we can do for fun. Like there's a pizza place called Island Pizza, a bowling alley, and a swimming pool, which I went to a bunch of times. And it was pretty fun. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of stuff you can do. That being said, the thing I remember most of my childhood in Oak Harbor is my time at school. So let's start by talking about my old elementary school, Hillcrest Elementary. While I did have friends in elementary school, I mostly kept to myself, just played, gave myself my own imagination, and ran around, all that kid stuff. I even turned down roles in school plays, just because the rehearsal would interfere with my recess time, which was pretty dumb in retrospect. My most significant memory from Hillcrest, though, wasn't even from when I was doing where my brother was. In 2014, Hillcrest bought 13 baby chicks. My brother, Dickon Chicken Hat, was responsible for taking care of them, and it even made local news. But unfortunately, some of the baby chickens were killed by a hawk attack because the area they were enclosed in did not have a roof, which made my little brother sad, but he's still crazy about animals to this day, so I wasn't able to kill that. Back to my experience, the next school I went to was Oak Harbor Middle School, which was renamed to Oak Harbor Intermediate School. A change which I always hated. Middle school was an awkward transition period for me, and I did a bunch of things that I regret, but there are some parts of it that I really liked. For instance, I took an art class every year there, which I enjoyed. I had a fun science class, which introduced me to a YouTube channel called Game Theory, which I still watch to this day. And this isn't a positive, but in middle school, I got lost, and I found out that I had that because I pulled a louse outside of my hair in my science class, and I had no idea what it was. So I just dropped on the floor, assuming it was like an earwig or something. Hopefully didn't find another head. Finishing off my experience in Oak Harbor is Oak Harbor High School. Which is my old high school, go figure, and where my dad works. So let's all take a look. Like middle school, I took an art class every year in high school, but I was also part of the high school's art club called the Guild. I also took a film class. One of my films even got nominated for an event, but did not win. My dad is a high school metal shop teacher and has done countless craft projects over the years. I could probably do a whole presentation about my dad on his own, but I don't have the time for that. My dad let me eat lunch in the office, and most importantly, he told me about Running Start, which was the best opportunity I ever took in my life. Through Running Start, I finished the last few years of high school through Skagit Valley College, letting me take college-level courses, which not only gave me awesome experiences, but saved me a ton of money, and prepared me for college. Currently, I'm enrolled in Western, and I've spent most of my classes online, and because of COVID, I'm back at Oak Harbor again. I hope that I can be in person for my classes next year, and that we don't screw up our COVID response. And that concludes my multimedia project about Oak Harbor. I hope you liked it, and have an awesome day.